Speaking of dinosaurs, Chisora and Pulev fought.
Oh, you disrespectful.
Okay, let's go. I was just trying to pivot there.
Come on, man.
That fight was.
Let's go undercard first.
Okay.
Touch on a couple of things. Not that we need to dwell on it.
Yes.
Fabio Wardley fought. Young up and coming heavyweight over there.
He's 14-0. He's 13 KOs. If you haven't had a chance to watch him, please watch him. The reason why I picked Fabio as my guy if we were going to talk about any undercard fights for me, it was going to be Fabio. He's a heavyweight, but he boxes like a super middleweight. He's got hand speed. He's got power. He can go to the body. He can, of course, punch, box from the outside, and the list goes on. I was watching him, and right now, his name, the kid from Toledo. Jared Anderson. It's like Alexander. I was like, that's not right. Yeah, Jared Anderson to me is the future of the heavyweight division. But then I got a chance to see this guy, Fabio, last night, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy's got something. He does a lot of what Big Baby can do. And I was like, wow, like that could be something where I've been screaming like he's the future. And no doubt Anderson is the future of the heavyweight division. There are some other guys that have got speed, power, quickness, agility, experience, all of those components that make you a world champion. And I saw that in Fabio. I'm not going to speak too soon. He is an English heavyweight world champion, heavyweight champion, but I don't think that it's out of his realm not to make it to a world championship fight. So definitely be looking out for him.
And he kind of plays in with the guy I was going to mention is Agyarko. And he is down. He was at 160, and he fought at 54 yesterday for the first time. And I think he's going to be really good. He's the one that I've seen on those DAZN cards where there's 10 fights, and he usually is the one where I'm like, I'll make sure to catch that one. That'll be the one I see for sure.
First time seeing him was yesterday.
Yeah.
And not knowing that you were watching, I'm like, this guy's got something.
Yeah.
I was like, this fight overall is like, this was a really good fight that helped him further his career in terms of experience. And then Carson texts like, yo, this dude's doing really well. So again, you got another super welterweight out there where we all look at Jermell Charlo. He is the GOAT right now at super welterweight. But then you got some young guys like this guy, Agyarko, coming up right behind them.
Defense was maybe a little lax yesterday at times. He seemed like he was having a little too much fun in there a couple times. He had some early success, so I think he maybe was not as switched on as he needed to be at times. But dominant win. I think he's looking to get in there with some more guys, get developing from there. But Ramla Ali also won on the undercard. Madrimov and Soro, just let it go. Close the book on it. There's no Madrimov Soro 3. I'm sorry. The first one ends with a controversial knockout. This one ends with an early cut, which he was leaking immediately. It's done.
It didn't look like he was going to win the fight.
Madrimov was definitely going to win the fight. Yeah.
So let's start there with Soro, right?
Soro was the one that got
and
cut.
So I was actually on the move and watching on my phone, and then I saw headbutt, and then I saw him go to the ropes.
Yeah.
And for me, that signified you don't want to fight. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I was like, did it deserve to be stopped? And then you say, yeah, I was leaking immediately.
So they typically with a headbutt, there's a clash of heads. Everyone kind of steps back, and then sometimes they'll like paw there, and they realize their blood.
He didn't do that.
So they hit, and he immediately turns around and has his head down, and blood is just like pouring from above his eye. There was like a chunk missing from above his eye. So he was. So they stop it. It was a technical draw. But yeah, I understand we didn't get like the full resolution to it, but let's just set that one down. It's done. And then main event, Chisora and Pulev.
Got the upset.
I was upset.
Oh damn!
I was upset.
What were you upset about, Shawn?
I didn't think Chisora won the fight. I thought that Pulev. I just thought that he. Neither guy.
I was gonna say
either guy. Really,
that's what the first thing when we talked about it yesterday. I was watching it, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like I don't know how to score these rounds. It was.
Yeah, I didn't straight up sit down and score the fights like I did some of them last night, but just watching the fight, it was a little messy, but I thought through the mess, Pulev was the sharper fighter. I thought that he landed more from the outside and he landed the cleaner shots and so on and so forth. So I kind of looked at it as a gift when I heard that that it was a split decision, I was like, okay, they're gonna give this to Chisora. They kind of want him to have like that one last hoorah.
Yeah.
And of course, he said Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. He was also tearing Pulev's body up immediately.
He
Like,
was.
from the opening bell. He
was.
was rocking him to the body.
Yeah.
But the and easily distracted. Come on, man, I'm talking.
Yeah, if you just keep talking,
I know,
the
I'm
camera
just
wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I know. But and he calls out Wilder afterwards. I was hoping you mentioned him getting a gift. I actually maybe lean Chisora, but again, I don't know. And I was hoping that was going to be, hey, you got this win. It was a close fight. Be done.
Yeah.
And he in the
doesn't work
build,
that way.
yeah, and he in the build up to the fight pretty much repeats, as long as you're paying me good money, I'm gonna keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, calls out Deontay Wilder. He said, "Hey, I'll be honest, I'm on my way out. I probably only have a couple more in me, but I want Deontay Wilder. I want to fight the big guys." Oof,
Yeah, what round he going to sleep versus Deontay?
early,
Okay, all right.
early, yeah,
All right.
I mean, he's done everything but fight in America, right?
yeah. And he, Story, you've been in there with great fighters. You've had exciting fights. He's never going to be in a boring fight, whether it's going to be a technical, boxing clinic, probably not, but he's an all action guy.
Hell of a press conference.
He's always good for press
That'll be a
conference.
hell of a lead
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
He's always good for a good press conference.
He's known to throw a chair too.
Yeah, or a table. Yeah, he threw a table before.
A man can throw a table?
Yeah,
I ain't fighting no man that can throw
and,
a
he,
table.
and he threw it quick too. I don't know what that table was made out of because when he threw it, it flew off the ground.
I was
pretty
just about
quick
to
when
say
he
it wasn't no
launched
stone table or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
a stone table.
You couldn't throw that table.
Yeah, you could.
Sean couldn't throw that table.
crazy.
Let's not talk about what Sean can do.
Throw it through the glass.
Carson, let's not talk about what Sean can do.
Throw it through the glass.
But I thought, and I totally understood the sentiments. Sometimes in the United States, we don't have the same affection for Derek Chisora that they do in the United Kingdom. We look at him like, here's this heavyweight who is, virtually lost every time at the top level. Not every time, but just about. And he, he's piled up double-digit losses. And so you're like, what's the love affair here? But last night or Saturday night, the fight wasn't yesterday, the fight wasn't as, I didn't see two shot guys in there. Now, I agree with all the posts on Twitter and whatnot that this is a fight maybe kind of leaning towards nowhere. Neither guy is ever going to become the champion of the division. But he's a guy who's managed to basically become a star without becoming a champion in the United Kingdom. And so, and he has an exciting style. Sometimes he reminds me of the retro heavyweights from back in the day because his size, and he'll get in there and go to the body like heavyweights used to. And so, again, we don't have the affection, myself included, that they have for him over there, but I can respect what he's done for himself in the division.
Yeah.
When I really started loving boxing 20 years ago, the division was really,
Chisora was 40 at that point. I'm just messing. I love
but
that
he's
guy.
funner to watch than just about, post like Layman Brewster, Klitschko, like Sam Peter Klitschko in 05 was like one of the last really fun heavyweight fights. And then for 10 years or so, it was just dreadful. And so in that era, we would have really appreciated a Derek Chisora. So, just giving him some flowers.
And the crowd was going crazy for him yesterday.
Right.
It was a packed house.
Yeah, they
The
always
crowd-
sell out overseas.
Yeah,
So
crowd,
what's-
more power to him. Yeah, I would, just as somebody who always would prefer a boxer when they're getting to that point, just retire. Like, it's all good. But we'll see what he does. Deontay Wilder just seems all wrong for him. But
what about Malik Scott?
I don't know if Malik Scott. I don't know if he's
He's still fighting.
is he? I'm legitimately
He was in
not
the ring
sure.
about 6 months ago.
I don't know.
After,
Maybe an exhibition.
Oh, yes,
I think
it
it was
was.
like
In
yeah,
Russia.
was it an
Russia,
exhibition?
yeah.
And no, it wasn't an exhibition. He was fighting.
Okay, I thought it was an exhibition.
Disrespect my man Malik Scott.
No, I just didn't know if he
Have him
was
come over here and
going
put the
full
paws on
force
you,
going into becoming a trainer. But I don't know. Well,
Chisora's got to be one of the all-time of right now. Well, not that oxymoron, but he's got to be one of the all-time. Wouldn't want to catch him in a back alley guys.
Nah.
In boxing.
How many boxes would you want to catch in the back alley?
That's true. No,
None.
I mean, but even on that level, comparing them,
yeah,
he's
just a fighter, man. He's just
He's a scary dude.
Yeah,
man.
he's
like
the-
he'll punch you at a press conference. Like, he doesn't care.
I mean, man threw a table.
Yeah,
But
or it was David Hay that punched him actually.
I remember that too.
Right.
Yeah, they have some spice going on over there sometimes in the press conference.
Hey,
I can appreciate.
we'll get Let's Go Champ on his ass.
Yeah, Shannon
Yeah,
Briggs.
we'll make it-
Let's go, champ.